This is my presentation for the final project in software engineering principles. So it is a paleontologist notebook to log different finds and all of that. So you input your name, title of the note. We'll put Spinosaur fossil. Let's say its name is Penny. We'll say big dino fossil. And we can input an image. For now, we're just going to log it. It pops up down here. So now we'll show off the search. So let's search for Penny. Search Penny. And we clear the search and it brings us back to the whole list. That's, well, I guess I'll show off that we can upload a photo. I'll just use one of the ones I have for this. Logan, note title, photo, example, picture, example, log specimen, and then there we go. He's down there too. Now I'll go over the code. Let me pull up Visual Studio. Okay. Alright, first we'll start off with the HTML. It's very basic. There's just the inline CSS that styles the table and the rows for the table. This is the main body. We have the header for the recent finds. This is where the search, this is where it's in the table. This header is where you press to log a discovery. This labels for the name of you. This labels for the note title. This labels for the name of the specimen, the field notes, etc., etc. It's just repeating a whole bunch, really. Down here is where it gets interesting. It uses Flask. This is the first time I've had to use Flask, but it uses Flask to run the Python in the HTML. Every other time I've done Python, I've had to use tkinter. But yeah, so this was how I was able to use the HTML with the Python. And then this lets it know to run the Python, and then this lets it know to stop running the Python. So yeah, it runs that with all of the data that was input by the user, and then gets it into the main here, which will in turn upload it to the database. But first we'll go over the classes. First class is the user. Pretty basic, takes in the name and the role, paleontologist for most of them, and just passes it in and saves it to the database. It has to make a connection, and then after it uploads it to the database, it ends the connection. And then it does the same thing for pretty much every class, like the field note, the specimen. This one, this function can run without having to use the specimen class, so just for the search. Then this is how it searches the database. And after it's done searching the database, it closes the connection again, and it returns the rows that were that matched the search query. Then this is the media class for the images. Pretty much the same thing, just gets an ID, gets the file path and file name, and then uploads it, commits it, ends the connection. So then next we'll do the database Python. This is just, pretty much repeating again also. Just creates the different tables for each database, each thing we are putting into the database. So it creates a table for the user, creates a table for the field note, specimen, the location data, Jurassic, and then the media. Sorry. Finally, we'll go over the main Python file. So this is where everything really happens. This is how we can access the database and make new changes to the database using post and get. So this gets all the data that the user input at the top of the form that we did earlier, gets the current date after the user presses input, or after the user presses log. Then it saves everything. Checks, actually, before it saves everything, it checks if an image was uploaded, because you don't have to upload the image if you don't have one. After it checks if the image is uploaded, it returns And then this is to check if the user's searching. If they're not searching, and you returned up here. And then this app debug run true makes it so that I don't have to refresh it every time. It automatically refreshes while I'm making changes to it, which can sort of eliminates version control. But that's it. Thank you so much. I know I really messed up with the time on. I just misplaced my time. I have worked a lot of overtime this summer. So thank you for unlocking the assignments again. And yeah, thank you.